Today, inshallah, we're going to start our new story for the first term.
Mr. How are you? I'm Amr Sam. How are you? I came now.
I'm fine, my dear. We are going to start our new story, All Yellow. This is the name of the story, All Yellow. For this story, I can give you a hint or an idea about this story. This story is talking about this main character. As you can see in front of you, it's a dog. Yes? You follow me?
Hello, Mr. I came back.
Yes, Mister. Yes.
Yes. This dog is one of the main characters, the hero of the story. Okay? The hero, or we can say we can consider him. I said
Sir,
him.
we will use volume 1.
Yes, volume 1, my dear. Volume 1, page 28 and 29. Okay. Please listen. I'll make mute for all of you at first. Then, after finish, listen to me. After finish explaining, I'll make unmute for all of you to be able to explain, to avoid interruption. Okay. For all yellow, this story is talking about a dog that is named or that's called All Yeller. The owner of this dog is called Little Arms. Little Arms, a young child. A young child. Little Arnes was fond of collecting insects and animals, and sometimes snakes, toads, frogs, and put them inside his pocket. He has a brother whose name is Travis. Travis was 14 years old, and Arnes was 5 years old. Their father was away from them, was traveling. They were staying with their mother. Little Arne's mother always warned him to stop catching animals and insects, as he tried to catch animals or reptiles like snakes, like frogs, like toads, like cottontail rabbits, grasshopper. I show this photo of this type of insects and animals if you want to know. Arne's mother tried to warn him to avoid doing this behavior, as he was afraid of her son, because these things are harmful. But little Arnes don't listen, or you can say didn't listen for his mother's advice. As we know, in one of the dangerous situation, he tried to catch a young bear, or we can say a cub. But the mother bear attacked Little Arnes, and the one who saved Little Arnes from the mother bear is the dog that is called All Yellow. I can show you a video about this part before we start listening to the tracks and explain this story page by page, one by one. Okay? Are you ready to see this video?
Yes.
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 I hope that you take
Sir,
a good idea about this.
Yes.
Okay,
Sir, can I read after this radio?
listen to me. Listen to me. I don't like this way, please. Don't speak without permission. Just raise your hand if you have any question. Okay? I don't like mess, please. For reading, all of you will read. Don't worry about this issue. It's very important to read. Okay? But at first, to know my instructions and my method for explaining any story, I can show a video if we have any video related to the story. Then we are going to listen for the tracks together and translate any words that if we in any unfamiliar word, if we don't know the meaning of them, then we are going to start reading after explanation. Okay, so don't worry from this issue. Don't worry about this issue. Okay, all of you will read. No one, I will not leave anyone without reading. It's very important to read. Okay, to know how can you produce the sound of the letter. And now I choose the part of the video as I told you about Little Arms. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Mister, what is mean of Old Yellow?
All Yeller, this is the name of the dog, but yell, it means weep or cry Okay. As we know, how the dog make a sound when the sound of the dog. It can hear, yes. And I'd like to add something. If I talk about the dog in a story, I can say he, not it. Okay. Put this point in your mind. Now let's see.
Okay.
You can see the video in front of you. I play the
Yes.
video now.
Yes.
Okay. If you
Yes.
can't listen or hear, tell me.
Okay.
It's okay. Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What you got in that pocket? Come on, let's take a look. Why, ain't he a Jim Dandy? Finest looking horned toad I ever seen.
What about my dog?
You mean you really want that thieving old yeller dog?
I sure do.
Well, then maybe we can do some swapping. I've been wanting mighty bad to get me a big horned toad like you got there.
You mean you'd swap me old Yeller for this here horny toad?
Well, now, that's a fine horny toad, and I want him bad. But on the other hand, he ain't hardly as big as a dog. Seems
Mister,
like
this
I
is
ought to get a little to boot.
the real movie.
Like what?
Yes, this is a part of the movie, a part of the video. This is related to the character of Little Arts.
Mister,
Okay?
this story is based on a true story?
Historical fiction, yeah. Historical fiction. A story that happened in the past. Okay, as we know.
Mister,
Yes, mister.
after I watched this video, now I want to watch it on Netflix or something like this.
Okay, no
Looks
problem.
so cool.
Okay, I repeat it again. You mean Ahmed?
Yeah. What?
You want to repeat again? This
No,
part?
I want. No, I want.
He
to
means you want to go
Okay.
to like Netflix and watch the movie after school. He wants to do
Oh,
that.
okay. I don't hear you well. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you how it is. Been in that cow camp, starving on my own cooking so long, I don't hardly throw a shadow no more. Now, if you could talk your mama into feeding me one big woman-cooked meal, why, I figure it and that horned toad would be worth at least a lop-eared yeller dog. Don't you?
Well, I guess so. Will you feed her, Mama?
Of course I will.
All right, I'll swap you.
Here, boy. He's all yours, boy.
Come on, Yeller. Come on, boy.
Hey, what about my toad?
Come on, boy.
As we watch it together, the boy put animals, reptiles, insects inside his pocket, and it's dangerous for him. Maybe he can be stung. He can be stung by the snakes if you put a snake inside his pocket. Am I right? And we said
Yes.
that his mother
Yes, sir.
warned
Yes.
him.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. We said that his mother warned him for many times. Now we are going to listen together for the track of the story. Okay, my dear. I shared the screen with you. Be
I
ready to
might have
listen.
to watch the movie.
Okay, be ready and pay attention because I'll stop the track and I'll ask a question. Be ready, please, and listen well. Okay?
Old Yeller by Fred Gibson, illustrated by Lori Lostetter. Genre: historical fiction is fiction that takes place in the past. What clues tell you that Old Yeller takes place in the past?
Again, for this part, lesson 1.
Old Yeller by Fred Gibson, illustrated by Lori Lostetter. Genre: historical fiction is fiction that takes place in the past. What clues tell you that Old Yeller takes place in the past?
My first question about this part is if you know the answer, raise your hand without saying any word. Just raise your hand to avoid making any mess. Okay? My question here, what is the genre of the story? What is the genre of the story? Yes, Muhammad Amr. Yes, Muhammad Amr.
It means it happened. It's
I
a
asked
historical
at
fiction.
first. Yes, well done. What I mean by historical fiction?
It means it happened in the past.
Yes, is a fiction that takes place or happens in the past. That's enough, Muhammad Amr. Thanks so much, Muhammad. Well done.
No problem.
For the question of the week for this part of the story.
Question of the week. How can we help protect those we love? Let's think about reading.
This is clear. This is clear. So when little Arnold's mother tried to warn him to avoid catching animals and insects, as the Christians say, how can we help protect those we love? So she was afraid of her, afraid of, or she was frightened, or she was worried about her son, because as we said, it's danger for him to catch animals and the snakes, as we can see when we read, and put them inside his pocket. It would be dangerous for him. Now let's
Question
listen.
of the
Sorry. Now let's listen for the next page, the first one on the story. Please listen well for this paragraph because you have a question, and I'll ask this question after we finish listening for this paragraph. Be ready to listen.
The year is 1867 on the frontier of Texas. 14-year-old Travis takes charge of the family homestead while his father is away. Left
Mr.
behind
don't hear
with
anything.
Travis, his
What?
I don't hear anything.
Who?
Me, Muhammad Amr. I don't hear anything.
Muhammad Amr, can't hear?
Mister,
we can hear.
Mister, I hear you, Mister.
How?
Yes, we can hear.
Muhammad, okay, wait, please.
Muhammad,
Amr,
mute and enter
Look
again.
in the settings. You have muted
maybe.
Mr. Hamada.
Wait. I will try again.
Okay. I
Okay,
repeat this
try,
part.
Mister.
Okay, I repeat again.
The year is 1867 on the frontier of
I don't hear
Texas.
it. Mister, try to
You
stop
can,
share
okay,
and share again.
Muhammad Amr, you can get
Yes.
out, then join again, okay?
Okay, I will try.
Okay.
Mister,
Yes,
we will
Mr.
write, Mister. We will write questions in the paper.
In the notebook, you mean, yes?
Yes.
I send the question, I think that you can ask your brother, Abdurrahman, okay? You know my way. I send the question with answers, okay? And you are required to study them well. What I want from you to study, okay?
Okay, Mister.
If we attend at school, we are required to write the question in the notebook, okay? Muhammad Amr
Okay.
joined again. Muhammad Amr,
Try again, try.
okay.
The year is 1867
Now I
on the
can hear.
frontier
Now I
of
can hear.
Texas.
Okay, Muhammad.
14-year-old Travis takes charge of the family homestead while his father is away.
My question for this part, what is the setting of the story? What is the setting of the story? Please, if you want to answer, raise your hand. Yes, Abdullah Tamim. Huh?
Texas.
You state the place, and what about the time?
Time it's 1867.
Yes, excellent, Abdullah. As we said for the setting, I mean by the setting, the time and place. Yes, for the time of the story, it's 1867, and the place on the frontier of Texas. So please, if you have the book, underline for this part. Underline for this part, 1867 on the frontier of Texas.
Page what?
Page
28.
28. It's clear in front
Should
of you.
I write a question?
No need, I sent the
Someone
question with
joined.
you. This is the first time, listen, this is the first time to teach you for you English literature, yes? And English at all. So please try to adapt it with my method for explanation this term. I'll go with this step by step, okay? Don't worry from anything.
Mister,
Yes,
which
mister.
book?
Reading book, my dear, volume 1. Yes,
6.1.
yes, okay. So have you underlined for this line?
Yes, I underlined 1867.
Yes, on the frontier of Texas, this is the setting of the city. Let's complete
Sir,
listening.
Left.
sir, the question in the WhatsApp you sent it?
Yes, I sent the question. Okay. Sorry, I make
Okay,
mute.
thank you.
You're welcome. I make mute
Okay,
during the
okay.
listening. Okay, sorry. I'm really sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Now we can listen.
Travis, his mother and 5-year-old brother named Arliss, is a stray yellow dog. The family calls him Old Yeller.
My question also on this part, how old was Travis? How old was Travis? Okay, I can still make unmute to be able to answer. Yes, you can answer without making noise, please. I can select.
Me, sir, me.
I
Me,
don't like
me,
this
please,
way. Listen.
I raise my hand, sir. I raise my hand.
Time. Okay.
What is the question?
Okay,
It's 14.
okay, Mister.
I can focus in this way. All of you are talking at the same time. How? Okay, Anas, yes, sir. Anas, yes, sir.
Yes, mister.
How old was Travis?
18. No, how old was Travis?
Travis, huh?
He was
Basil, stop playing with the screen and pay attention, Basil. Basil,
14
Basil, can you
years
hear
old.
me? 50 again?
14 Mr. years old.
Yes, 14 years old. Excellent, Anas. So how old was Travis?
Mister.
He was 14 years old. Yes, mister. Yes.
I can't I can't hear anyone saying anything. I can't hear the read.
The text? You
Yes,
can
mister.
left, okay, you can left, you can leave the session and join again, okay? Leave the session and join again. Maybe you have the
I
same
can't hear
problem.
anyone speaking. يعني.
I mute them.
Okay, mister, I'm gonna leave and join again.
Okay. The second question, how old was little Arliss? Muhyiddin, huh? How old was little Arliss?
Me.
Muhyiddin, huh?
Mr. 14. Yes, Mr. 14.
Little Arliss.
14.
Read the paragraph. No, little Arliss. Read the paragraph please before answering. Ahmed Musanna.
Mister, can I answer?
Huh?
5 years.
Me,
5 years.
5 years old.
5 years. Mr. 5 years. Can you hear me?
Wahi?
Sir, I can't see your sharing.
Who can see my sharing? Who can see the screen? Huh? Who can see the screen?
Yes, Mr. Basil.
Basil?
Sir, me. I can see the screen.
Me too, I can.
Okay, Basil,
I
you
see.
can see
Black screen.
black screen.
Yes.
Okay, leave and join again, Basil.
Okay.
And
Sir,
stop,
so we now
Basil,
know-
please, Basil, listen to me. Stop playing with the screen. Okay, stop playing with your video. I saw that you use many action when you are listening for the lesson. It's not allowed, Basil. If you did like that, I remove you from the session. Okay, put this in your mind.
I remove it.
Okay, please, you can leave and join again.
So we now know him, Mister. The dog. 5 years old.
5 years. To mic in air.
Yes, we said that little Arliss was 5 years old. Okay, now let's complete listening. Before also we move, what was the name of the dog? I'll select because you make much noise. I'll select. I'm really sorry for that. If you respect each other, respect the session, I'll open the mic for all of you. I select the one who can answer. Mustafa Muhammad. Mustafa Muhammad. Yes, I ask you to unmute Mustafa. Mustafa Muhammad, I ask you to unmute. Eli Nabil. Eli.
Sir, I'm sorry.
Yes,
My
Mustafa.
mic was closed.
Okay, Mustafa, I ask you to unmute. Yes, Mustafa.
Okay,
Wait.
sir, I'm sorry.
Okay, Mustafa, say the answer, please, because of the time. And my question here, what is the name of the dog?
Old dealer.
Yes, thanks so much, Mustafa. Thanks so much. Well done,
I'm
Mustafa.
sorry for my mic.
Never mind, maybe. Okay, thanks so much. And now let's complete listening and be ready for any question on this part. Okay, my dear?
That little Arliss, if he wasn't a mess. From the time he'd grown up big enough to get out of the cabin, he'd made a practice of trying to catch and keep every living thing that ran, flew, jumped, or crawled. Every night before Mama let him go to bed, she'd made Arliss empty his pockets of whatever he'd captured during.
Yes, listen to me for this part. As we listen, that little Arliss, if he wasn't a mess from the time he had grown up, big enough to get out of the cabin. Cabin means a small house in the field or in the farm. He would make a practice of trying to catch and keep every living thing that ran, that flew, jumped, or crawled, so he can catch any type of animals, any type of insects. Okay? And he said what here? Let's listen. Every night before Mama let him go to bed, she'd made Arliss empty his pockets of whatever he captured during the day. She asked him to empty his pocket, as he said it would be dangerous for him. Okay, let's complete listening.
The day. Generally, it would be a tangled up mess of grasshoppers and worms and praying bugs and little rusty tree lizards. One time he brought in a horned toad that got so mad he swelled out round and flat as a Mexican tortilla and bled at the eyes. Sometimes it was stuff like a young bird that had fallen out of its nest before it could fly, or a green-speckled spring frog, or a striped water snake. And once he turned out of his pocket a wadded-up baby copperhead that nearly threw Mama into spasms. We never did figure out why the snake hadn't.
A baby copperhead is a type of snakes that they try to catch. As you said, his mother warned him for much time to avoid catching these type of animals because they are very dangerous.
Bitten him, but Mama took no more chances on snakes. She switched Arliss hard for catching that snake. Then she made me spend better than a week taking him out and teaching him to throw rocks and kill snakes.
The one who is talking in this part is the one who is narrating the story, Travis, little Arliss' brother. Travis is the one who narrates this event about the story. Okay, so Travis is the narrator of the story, the one who tells us the story. Let's complete listening.
That was all right with little Arliss. If Mama wanted him to kill his snakes first, he'd kill them. But that still didn't keep him from sticking them in his pockets along with everything else he'd captured that day. The snakes might be stinking by the time Mama called on him to empty his pocket, but they'd be dead.
And what else? Let's complete listening.
Then, after the yeller dog came, little Arliss started catching even bigger game, like cottontail rabbits and chaparral birds and a baby possum that sulked and lay like dead for the first several hours until he finally decided that Arliss wasn't going to hurt him. Of course, it was old Yeller that was doing.
I show now some pictures for the animals that little Arliss try to catch. Okay? Are you ready to see? Till now, do you have any question about this part?
No, Mr.
Okay.
No, Mr.
What
Yes,
means
Miss.
possum?
Again,
What mean possum?
Posium. Yes? I choose
Yeah.
now, I choose a picture of these animals to understand the meaning of each one, okay? Are you ready?
Mm.
Okay. I show the picture with the name, okay? Now I show you. This is called a baby copperhead. As you can see, it's a type of snakes. You can see the picture? Huh? You can see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby snake.
Yes.
Yes, the second type of animals that he catch, this is one is a baby possum. This is that you ask about Ahmed Musan.
I thought it's a hamster or
Yes,
a
like
mouse.
hamster. Yes, like hamster. Okay, baby possum. Okay, and another
Is
type
it venomous? Mister, is it venomous?
again. Is it what?
Is it dangerous?
It's dangerous, maybe because it's not dangerous at all, but it's a type of animals. Maybe as we can see, it has long nails. Yes.
Mister,
Yes.
Really
Yes,
long.
mister.
how did little Arliss catch a snake? It's poisonous.
Yes, as we said, this is a type. This is related to his character. He is one of the one who's fond of catching animals, so he like adventures.
He's a
Okay.
kid. And he holds snakes. If I see a snake, I would run away.
Yes, you. But this little Ernest will not run away. Yes, because he has type of he's very brave, and he has a type of adventures. He want to be. As we know, this no one can catch this type of animals. Yes, the one who catch only is the one who is brave. Yes, Ahmed.
Mister, why did they call the dog old yeller? Because he yells?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
The third animal, a cottonyl rabbit. This type of animal, cottonyl rabbit. It's
So
a
cute.
yes, it's a pet animal. Yes. The next one,
You
this type
something?
of frogs,
What's
this is
this?
called a horned toad. It's a type of frogs.
What?
A
This is
horned
so bad.
toad. Okay.
It's like a dragon.
Yes, this one that he put inside his pocket. We watch it together in the video.
Looks
Baby
like a
dragon.
lizard or a dinosaur.
It looks
Yeah.
like a crocodile.
Yes, but it's very small, not large.
Mister,
Yes, mister. This
how
one,
his pocket?
Ooh,
This
that's a
animal
big
is
one.
bigger. This animal is bigger than his pocket.
as we listen, he catch only the baby, not the big of them. The big type
Maybe
of them. The baby of animals, okay? Baby, the
my
small.
Mister, I
the
have a
small one.
question.
Yes, mister.
Does he put animals in his pocket so his parents don't find out?
We said that his mother asked him to empty his pocket before sleeping, before going to bed. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. Let's complete watching for this type of animals. This is called a striped water snake. Striped water snake. This type of animal. This one you know, yes?
What is
Chaparral
this?
pear. Chaparral pear. This is also
Chaparral
type of pear that he caught.
Side
Okay.
his left eye is so cool. Colors.
It
Yes.
looks kind of cute.
This one, the one who asked about
Grasshopper.
grasshopper.
We know it, yeah, mister. It's very easy, you know it.
Yes, I like to show you only. Okay.
That's super.
This one, little rusty
Yeah.
tree lizard. You know it? This one?
This one is yeah.
Okay.
I saw
Yeah,
one in
and also make
Jordan.
camouflage.
Mister, is this that change its color?
No.
This color is big.
Grasshopper, it can change its color, but this one no. This little rusty tree lizard, okay? This one can change its color. Grasshopper.
Yes,
Mister,
You know this one?
ew.
Brain. Yes.
This one has no bug.
It looks like
Sorry, I don't like this way, my dear. You know what? Yes. So, this is called brain bugs. Brain bugs. Okay. As we can see, you can imagine that that it's praying, yes, like us. So it's called praying bugs. You know, it's move the way that this type of insect move. Okay, like the one who is praying. So it's called praying bugs. بتال علي. بتال. what's the problem? Why you put your hand on your ear? بتال, can you hear me? بتال علي, what's your problem? بتال, I opened the mic for you. What's the problem?
Nothing. The market was not opening.
Okay. Now you know you recognize on this type of animals and insects. You know the meaning of each one. Huh?
Yes.
So I prefer this picture to make the meaning easier for you. Okay.
Can
Anything
you
else?
Mr. This
Yes, Mr.
the praying bug looks like a nightmare to me. More
The one who
than
is praying, yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
The praying bug, Mr. like a bug, but from grass.
It's disgusting.
السلام عليكم.
like a يعني
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Mr. Hamada, but just 1 minute. First of all, assalamu alaikum and everyone.
Yes,
Mr. Hamada, now, how many are attending? How many students are attending the class now?
They are 26.
No, they are actually
Sorry,
25.
25, yes, plus
So,
Mrs.
25,
yes,
because
yes.
there is a Safi, you and I, 3.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
now,
25.
remaining 25, because some mommies yesterday sent me that 33 are attending the class. From where? I don't know. So now we're 25.
Yes.
Even if the list is more, but not all the students are attending. So I'm
Yes.
waiting and I'm supervising the issue. Yani. If they are more than 30, we can manage them. But now they are 25 actually attending the class.
Yes, please.
Hope that the students are listening to me and their moms also hear me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. So it's not allowed for anyone to join with 2 accounts. Okay, only 1 account that you have. You can hear me well?
Mister, sometimes our account is 33.
We know this problem, okay?
Yes, Mr. Yesterday it was 30. I see 30 in the class.
I don't know from where. Till now, I don't know the list at all, okay? So I'll be sure from the name, okay? Then to be able to get the attendance, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now we can complete our lesson. We listen for this part, yes? We have some question about what we have listened. Then we are going to read the story one by one. Are you ready for the question?
yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, Mister. Yes.
Okay, okay. If you want to answer this, raise your hand without making any noise. The question will be in front of you. You can see the screen, English literature, all yellow, page 28 and 29. Okay,
Yes.
now I'll share with you and start the question. Yes, question number 1. Who is Khalid Ahmed? Khalid Ahmed Taha.
Yes.
Yes, Khalid, can you answer the first one?
What is the genre of the story?
What is the genre of the story?
Mister, you will send us PowerPoint to write the questions in the notebook or not?
Yes, PDF file, not as a PowerPoint, okay? PDF file. Yes, Khalid. What is the genre of the story altogether?
موجودة.
Please mute yourself if you have any sound beside you. Mustafa, please mute yourself. Yes, Khalid.
Mister, this in the booklet?
Not all the question. Some of them. Khalid.
Yes.
Yes, answer, please, answer.
Story.
Hmm.
Historical fiction.
Yes, can you explain?
Yes.
Explain what I mean by historical fiction.
Is fiction that takes place in the past.
In the past, okay? Thanks so much, Khalid. Well done, Khalid. The answer again. Historical fiction is the genre of the study. Historical fiction is fiction that happened in the past. Question number 2. I select the
Mister,
one who... Yes, mister.
we will not answer the quiz of the booklet.
Not now, not now. The booklet, we will have a session for answering the booklet together after we finish the study, okay? So please try to know my way when I explain and when I arrange our explanation for studying the stories. Okay. Mustafa Muhammad, question number 2. Heather is here. Heather.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mustafa or Heather is the one who reply.
No, Mustafa.
Yes, Mustafa, and then Heather will answer with me. Mustafa, what is the setting of the story all year?
1867,
Excellent.
and the city is Texas.
Yes, the frontier of Texas.
Texas.
Yes, excellent, Mustafa Muhammad. So we
Thank
can
you,
say,
sir.
you are welcome. We can say on the frontier of Texas, 1867. Question number 3. Heather, where is Heather Ali?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm here.
Heather. Yes, I'd like to see you, Heather, please.
I don't have a cam.
Okay, can you answer? Question number 3. How old was Travis? Huh? How old was Travis? Yes, Heather, can you hear me? Heather.
Yes, Mr.
Heather. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How old was Travis? From the first paragraph that we listen together in the story, page 28. Can you check, Heather, please?
Okay.
And tell me how old was Travis?
Mister, can I answer, please? Mister?
Can I answer me, Mr. Muhammad Faris?
Please, as I agree with you,
Can I
respect
answer?
each
Muhammad,
other.
can I answer? Can I answer?
I don't like
Can
this
I
way,
answer?
please.
Muhammad Faris.
I said, please, I don't like this way.
10.
If you want to answer, raise your hand without talking, and I select. Heather, yes.
10.
10? How, Heather,
Yeah.
10? Pay attention, Heather, please. Listen for the answer, okay?
Yeah.
Not 10.
Me, Mr. Muhammad Faris.
Don't say and I select, please, Muhammad first. Okay, Muhammad first answer. But don't say again. I select from the one who raised his hand. Muhammad first,
Okay,
yes.
Mr. His
Yes.
old is 14.
Travis was 14 years old. Yes, excellent, Muhammad first. Heather. Heather.
Yes.
Heather, do you know the answer now?
Yeah.
So how old was Travis?
14.
14 years old. Thanks so much, Heather. Muhammad Hassan.
Yes.
Yes, Muhammad. The next one. How old was Arliss?
5.
5.
5. Please, no one speak without permission.
Mister, where to underline 5? I don't see 5-year-old.
In the same paragraph. In the same paragraph. It's written 5 little Arliss. Have you found 5 years old little Arliss, maybe? In the same paragraph. The first one.
Sir, this write it in the notebook or in the booklet?
Some of the question will be in the booklet and the other will be in this PDF file, okay?
Okay.
Where we will write it?
Don't write anything. I ask you please now to pay attention and answer with me. For the question with the answer I sent to you, then you will study. In each session, before I start the new part, I revise with you and I ask or make an oral quiz for this part. I mean by oral quiz, I asked you before we start the new lesson. Okay? Okay, so be ready for in each session before we start the new part. Yes, you can answer this question. Who are the characters that we have? Also from the first paragraph, Amr Hussein. Yes, Amr.
The characters in Mr. are Little Arms and
Yes.
Travis and
Mm.
Old Yeller and his mom.
Yes, well done. We can say Little Arliss, Travis, the dog, Old Yeller, and the mother. Can you read again, Amr? Huh? Read them again.
Uh, Arliss, Travis, the mother, and the dog, Old Yeller.
Yes, thanks so much, Amr Hussein. Well done, Amr.
You're welcome.
Mister,
Yes, mister.
I don't find these questions in my book.
Please, my dear, can you pay attention to me? Don't care about the booklet now.
are not writing the booklet right now.
Yes, not, I said not all this question in the booklet, so please pay attention to me. Okay? Because in this way you interrupt me and interrupt the other students. So please pay attention to me and be relaxed. This question, extra question that more than the one that you have in the booklet. Okay? This question, describe Arnie's character. Who can describe little Arnie according to his understanding? Yes, time.
Mister,
Yes.
you have no question.
What?
I have no question.
I said describe Arnie's character. You can see the question?
Okay, Mr. Describe
Yes.
Okay. Mr. You mean Arliss the dog?
Arliss himself, the boy himself.
Okay.
Stop.
He loved catching animals. His dog. He was a messy boy.
I think that you have a problem. Time, I can't hear you one time.
Okay. Mr. He was messy. I said that he was messy.
Yes. He fond of or he loves catching animals and insects. He is brave. Yes. He's adventurous. Yes. Okay, time. Can you read the answer, please? Read the answer.
He is brave and adventurous. Also, he is only 5. He likes
Although he is only 5, he likes catching animals and insects. Okay, time. I read this part again. He is brave for little arms. He is brave and adventurous. Although he is only 5, he likes catching animals and insects. This will be the last question.
Underline?
For today. Don't do anything, please, till I tell you, please, okay? Don't do anything.
Okay.
Now we are going to start our reading for this part. Before we start reading and before doing anything, have you understood this part, all of you?
Yes.
You took a good idea about this part of the story?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's start reading. I'll start one by one. So I start with Negi. We have here maybe about 2 pages, okay? So everyone will read about 4 lines, but the first one we read it at all, okay? So Negi, start by reading the first paragraph. For the other, please, mute yourself. The other, mute yourself. The only one who is reading. 28 from the left. You are studying English. How can we start from the right, my dear?
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
so from the left.
There,
Listen with Negi. Wait. Negi is reading, okay? So please, everyone, mute yourself. And if I ask anyone to complete and he doesn't know, I'll punish him by marks. So please take care of this point. So all of you must pay attention and listen well for the one who is reading. Start, Nagy.
Mr. I have a question.
Wait, Nagy. Yes, what's your question, Abdullah?
Mr. The one read one time or more than one time?
If we have time, we can read twice, okay?
Okay, Mr.
Yes, Nagy.
Okay. The year is
Sorry,
1867.
Nagy. I'd like to see you, please.
I
Okay.
open my camera.
Yes, yeah, I'm searching for you, yes. Okay. Raise your hand to be at the top of the videos. Yes, it's okay now. Start.
Okay. The year is 1867 on the frontier
Huh?
frontier of Texas.
Yes.
14-year-old Travis takes charge of the family charge of the family homestead, while his father is away, left behind with Travis, his mother, and five-year-old brother named Arnes. Is a brave
stray
yellow dog. The family calls him Old Yeller.
Thanks so much. A stray, it means here a lost dog that they found maybe in a place found in the street and dog camp. Then they take care of this dog and they give him the name of Old Yeller. This is the meaning of the word stray, a lost dog that they found and took care of it or take care of him. Okay. Thanks so much, Nagy. Ellie, complete reading. Ellie Nabil.
Okay, Mr.
Open your cam, please, and complete reading.
Mr. I cannot open the cam.
Okay, complete reading without opening your cam.
That little Erlays, if he wasn't a mess from the time he'd grown up big enough to get
Mr. Can I go to the bathroom?
Wait, Ellie. Who went to the bathroom?
Muhammad first, Mr. Me.
Okay, Muhammad. Okay. Please, anyone want to go to the bathroom, write using the chat please, as your friend or your classmate is reading. So please don't interrupt us. You can write in the chat if you need anything. Yes, Ellie, again, that little Arles.
That little Arles, if he wasn't a mess from the time he'd grown up big enough to get out of the cabin, he'd made a practice of
cabin.
He made a practice of trying to catch and keep every night.
Every living thing.
Every living thing that ran, flew, jumped, or crawled every night.
Thank you so much. That's enough for you, Ali. Thanks so much. We can select the one who didn't read before. Okay, Amr Hassan.
Okay, Mister. I'm opening my cam.
Listen, I select the three students after Amr, okay? After Amr, Anas, then Muhammad Amr, and then Ahmed Musanna, okay? Ahmed Musanna. After again Anas, Muhammad Amr, Ahmed Musanna. After Amr Hussein. Yes, Amr Hussein, start please.
Mister, you see me now?
Yes, well. Yes.
Okay. Every night before Mama let him go to bed, she'd made Arles empty his pockets of whatever he'd captured during day. Generally, it would be tangled up mess of grasshoppers and worms and praying bugs and little rusty tree lizards. One time, he brought in a horned toad that got so
Mister?
mad he swelled
Wait,
out
mister.
round.
Yes, mister. Wait on. Yes.
Can I go to bathroom?
I said use the chat and Miss Mustafa. Okay, Mustafa, you can go. You interrupt us.
Sir, I'm not not
sorry.
me.
Sorry, one is said who?
Basil.
Basil, sorry. Okay, Basil. Sorry, Mustafa. Yes, I'm again sorry. Every night before Mama let him.
Every night before Mama lets him go to bed, she'd made Arliss empty his pockets of whatever he'd captured during the day. Generally, it would be a tangled up a mess of grasshoppers and worms and praying bugs and little rusty tree lizards.
Thanks so much,
One,
That's enough for you. Thanks so much, Anas Yasser.
you're welcome, Miss.
Thanks.
Yes, mister.
Can you start reading from here? One time.
Okay, mister. One time he brought in a
Your
horn.
cam is on, Anas?
No, mister, it's off.
Okay, you can open or no?
Okay.
Then raise your hand to be at the top of the videos, okay?
Okay, mister. I raise my hand.
Sir, I don't read.
I know,
Okay, mister.
listen. No one tell me that he didn't read. I know, I select everyone. I will not leave anyone without reading, okay? Put this in your mind. Yes, Anas, huh?
Yes,
Anas.
mister, okay.
Yes, huh?
One time he brought, yes.
Huh?
One time he brought in a horned toad that got so mad he swelled out round and flat as a Mexican tortilla and
Yes.
built at the eyes.
And the blade at the eyes. Huh? Complete?
Sometimes it was stuff like a young bird that had fallen out of it out of its nest before it could fly, or a green speckled spring frog, or a striped water snake.
Striped water snake. Thanks so much, Anas. Muhammad Amr.
Yes, mister.
Complete reading.
And once he turned out of his bucket spasms.
Awarded his bucket, awarded up baby.
And once he turned out of his bucket, a wadded up baby Copperhead that nearly threw Mama into spasms. We never did figure out why the snake hadn't bitten him, but Mama took no more chances on snakes. She switched Arliss's hard for catching that snake.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Muhammad. Ahmed Musanna.
Yay. From Arliss.
Then she
made me spend better than a week taking
him out
and kill snakes.
Yes, complete.
Better than a week then taking him out. Wait, mister.
And teaching
him to throw rocks and kill snakes.
Yes.
It was all right with little Arliss. If Mama wanted him to kill his snakes first, he would kill them.
Thanks so much, Ahmed. Ahmed, that's enough for you. Basil.
Yes.
Your cam and complete reading.
Okay.
But that,
From where?
Suppose that to pay attention, best, and don't ask me this question.
But that still didn't keep him from
sticking them in his pocket. Along with everything else he had captured.
He captured that day.
That day, the snakes
Yes.
might be stinking by the time Mama called on him to empty his pocket, but they'd be dead.
Thanks so much, Basil. Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali. Hyder. Hyder Ali. Can you hear me? Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali, where is he? Hyder. Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali. Hyder, can you hear me? Sorry, right on the group, Hyder. Hyder Ali. I wrote in the group to pay attention to what I asked. Khalid Ahmed. Khalid Ahmed.
Sir.
Yes, Khalid.
Yes, Mr.
Yes, Hyder.
I read.
Hyder or Khalid? Hyder?
Yes, Mr.
Yes, Hyder. Where are you? I asked about you. Where are you? I call you for many times, Hyder. What were you doing? Huh? Okay, start reading,
I was
Hyder.
here.
But you don't answer, Hyder. Why? Okay, start reading to avoid wasting our time. Okay. Then after the yellow dog, huh?
Then after the yellow dog came little Alice start catching even bigger game like turtle,
Cottontail, rabbits.
cottontail, rabbits,
Again, Hyder. Cottontail.
Cottontail, rabbits, and chapter birds,
And
a baby
bears.
Birds and a baby possum that skilled
That
and
sulked, and lay, huh?
Lay like dead from the first
several
hours until
hours. Take care. H is silent here. Hours. No H here. Hours. Notice the sound. You can say hours. Huh?
Hours until he finally decided that Alice wasn't going to hurt him.
Thanks so much, Heather, and please pay attention. Be ready at any time if I ask to open your mic. Okay?
Okay.
Khalid.
Mister, can I answer?
You mean can you read, not answer? Khalid, yes, Khalid.
Mister, can I read?
Listen to me, my dear student. Listen to me. For the students who read today, I don't know why you make this sound in the mic. I don't know who is the one who do like that. Listen to me. For the one who read today, and as for the one who didn't read today, I give him the chance to read tomorrow if we don't have time. Okay, if we don't have time. But I am sure that we have time. So We have about 20 minutes, so don't worry. All of you will read, okay? Don't ask for reading. Now I select 3 students to read one by one. Khalid, Battal, and Abdullah Tamim, okay? Khalid, Battal, Abdullah Tamim. We start with Khalid at
Yes,
first.
Mr.
Yes, Khalid. Khalid, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, start reading. We stopped at this part, yes, today. We stopped at this part. So, wait. No, wait. So we are going to restart our reading from the first page, okay? Start please from here, Khalid. Huh? The year is?
The year is 1867.
On the frontier. On. Yes, Khalid. Huh? It's difficult for you to read. It's difficult. It's difficult for you to read or what? Khalid, the font is difficult for you. Okay, we can say the year. 1860. The year is 18. Huh?
And the
on the frontier of Texas.
14 years old.
Travis.
Takes charge of the
charge of Texas. Listen to me. Takes charge of, it means to take the responsibility for his family. As we said that the father is away. So Travis is the one who is 14 years old, is the one who was responsible for the family instead of his father. Yes, complete Khalid. Huh?
Change of family homes.
Khalid, charge
of the family homestead. While his
father
is away, left behind with
Travis. His mother
and
5
years old
brother.
Named
Arles
is a stray yellow dog.
Yes.
Family
calls him Old Yeller. Please, Khalid, practice more on reading this, okay? Thanks so much, Khalid. The one that we said after Khalid, the Battal Ali?
Yes, Mr.
Yes, start from this part.
That little
Can I go drink water because the bottle is finished?
Who?
Me,
Muhammad, please, and anyone, please, if you want anything, please write using the chatting room to avoid interrupt us, okay? Yes,
Can I go?
Yes, okay. Battal.
That little Arles, if he wasn't a mess from the time he'd grown up big even to get out of the cabin, he'd made a practice of trying to catch and keep every living thing that ran, flew, jumped, crawled. Yes,
Complete, huh? No,
jumped or crawled.
Yes, that's enough. That's enough. Thanks so much, Captain. Abdullah Tamim.
Yes, Mister.
Yes, Abdullah. Huh? Every night.
Okay, Mister. Every night before Mama left him go to bed, she had made Arles empty his pockets of whatever he had captured during the day. Generally, it would be a tangled up mess of grasshoppers and worms and praying bugs and little rusty tree lizards.
lizards. Thanks so much, Abdullah Jamil. Time, you solve the problem? Time you read before?
Yes, mister.
Have you read?
No, mister.
Okay. Complete reading from one time. I select the three students that we can read, that you can read, sorry. Time, and after time, we can select Muhammad Faris, then
Yes, mister.
Mazen Mustafa, okay? Time, Muhammad Faris, Mazen Mustafa. Yes, time.
Yes, mister.
You read after time, Muhammad Faris
Please.
and Mazen, okay? Yes,
Okay,
time.
mister.
Start, please.
That was all right with little Arliss. If Mama
Sorry, where
wanted
are you?
him,
Where are you? Time, please. Where are you? We start from one time. One time he brought.
Would you represent a whole load to the go to the mid to
One
use
time
the
he
world
brought.
and around and
from
the
where?
leg is
From
Mexican.
where?
Time. One time. One time.
Can you put your mouth? Okay.
One time.
One time he brought in a horned toad that got so mad
That got so mad.
that he swelled out round and flat as a Mexican tortilla and bled at the eyes. It sniffed before
Take care.
it could
You
fly.
forgot. You skip a line here. Sometimes it was.
Sometimes it was stuffed like a young bird that had fallen out of its nest before it could fly, or a green speckled spring frog, or a striped water snake.
That's enough for your time. Thanks so much. Okay. Thanks so much. He is the one who said after time. Muhammad Faris, complete reading.
Okay, mister. And once he turned out of the pocket, a wadded up baby copperhead that nearly threw Mama into spams. We never did figure out why the snake hadn't bitten him, but Mama took no more chances on snakes. She switched Arliss hard for catching the snake. Then she made me spend better than a week taking him out and teaching him to throw rocks and kill snakes.
Thanks so much, Muhammad Faris. And the next one, Mazen. Mazen. Mazen, complete reading.
Yes, mister.
Yes, Mazen, complete reading. Do you know where we are? Mazen, we stop till here, this paragraph. That was all right.
Okay, that was all right with little Arliss. If Mama wants him to kill his snakes, first he'd kill them. But that still didn't keep him for sticking them
From sticking them
in his pockets, along with everything else he did.
he'd captured
that day. The snakes might be stinking by the time Mama called on him to empty his pocket, but they'd be dead.
Thanks so much, Mason. Okay, I select now the three students to read.
Mr. Me?
Who? Your name, please.
Mustafa Muhammad.
You didn't read before Mustafa?
No, can I read?
Okay, wait, Mustafa. So Mustafa will start, then Adnan.
Okay.
After Mustafa, Adnan, And after Adnan, we can select Ellie. Ellie, have you read before, Ellie?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so you read before?
Yes.
Okay, so Mustafa, and we said Adnan. Muhammad Tariq, have you read before?
Mr.
Muhammad
I don't.
Tariq.
No,
Okay, so
No,
these are the
mister.
three students. Okay,
Mister, I
start
don't read.
please. Who?
Mu'min Muhammad.
okay, me.
Don't worry, we have about
Uh,
10 minutes. Don't worry. Huh? Complete, read this
then,
paragraph, Mustafa.
okay. Then after the yellow dog came, little Arlie started catching even bigger game, like cottontail rabbit
Cottontail,
and
cottontail. Listen.
cottontail
Cottontail, huh? Rabbits.
cottontail rabbit and chaparral birds and a baby possum that sulked and lay like dead for several hours until he finally decided that Alice wasn't going to hurt him. Of
Thanks so much,
course, it
Mustafa.
was.
That's enough, Mustafa. Thanks so
Welcome,
much.
sir.
The one that I said after Mustafa, start reading. Who is he?
Mr. Adnan.
Adnan, yes, huh? Start
The
please,
year
Adnan.
is 1870, 67 on the
Again. The year is, huh?
the year is 1867
Yes.
on the
Frontier. On the
what was that?
frontier.
Frontier of Texas.
Yes.
14 years
14, no, 14
old.
years old. Listen, 14-year-old.
14 year old
Travis.
Travis takes
Charge
charge
of.
of the family homestead while his father is away, left behind with Travis, his mythics and
Hmm.
11-year-old
His mother and the 5-year-old brother, huh?
and
Named
5-year-old brother named
Arles. Adnan. What happened? Adnan, can you hear me? Think that he has a problem. Okay. Adnan, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr.
Complete reading, huh? And the 5-year-old
Yes,
brother named Arnes is a stray yellow dog, huh?
There is a stray yellow dog. The family calls him Old Yellow.
Thanks so much, Adnan. Muhammad Tariq.
Yes, mister.
After Muhammad Tariq, we can select Mu'min, Muhammad Hassan, Yusuf Al-Sawi, then Yusuf Muhammad, okay? Yes, start please.
Mister, can you go up, mister?
Okay, my dear. You don't have the book?
No, I don't.
Okay. Start.
That little Ernest, if he wasn't a mess from the time he'd grown up big enough to get out of the cabin, he'd made a practice of trying to catch and keep every living thing that ran, flew, jumped, or crawled
Thanks so much, Muhammad.
every night.
That's enough. Thanks so much. So one after him, I said.
Me, Mr. Me.
Who?
Mu'min Muhammad.
Yes, Mu'min, huh? Every night.
Every night before Mama let him go to bed, she made always empty his buckets
Yes.
of water, whatever he'd he'd competed during the day
Captured. Listen. Whatever he captured during the day.
Captured during the day.
Hmm.
Generally, it would be a
Tangled
up mess of grasshoppers and worms and praying pigs and
bugs
little
and
a little rusty
tree lizards. Thanks so much, Mu'min. The one after
You're
Mu'min
welcome.
that I say. The one after Mu'min.
Yusuf Sam.
Yes, Yusuf. After Yusuf
One
Omar
time-
Mahmoud. Wait. After Yusuf Omar Mahmoud, then Yusuf Muhammad. Okay? Yes, huh?
One time he brought in a hornet toad that got so mad he swelled out around and
Flat.
flat as a Mexican tortilla
Tortilla.
and bled at the eyes sometimes.
Thanks so much, Yusuf.
It was tough
That's
like
enough, Yusuf. Thanks so much, my dear. Yusuf Muhammad. Then Yusuf Ahmed. Yusuf Muhammad, you read, yes? We have Yusuf Muhammad also, Yusuf Muhammad and Yusuf Sawi. You are the same Yusuf? The same account? Yusuf Sawi.
Yes.
Yusuf Muhammad is related to you also or no?
what?
Who is Yusuf
No,
Muhammad?
Mr. Yusuf Muhammad.
No.
Grade 5B was now he is also.
Another one. Okay,
Another
Yusuf,
one.
yes, Yusuf
Yes.
Muhammad. Read please. Then Yusuf Ahmed.
From where, Mr.?
From sometimes.
Sometimes where
It was stuff. Huh?
stuff like
Yusuf, sorry, what is Yusuf Muhammad? Huh? You have a sound beside Yusuf, so it would be difficult for you to read. Yusuf Ahmed. Yusuf Ahmed. Yusuf Ahmed. Yes, Yusuf.
Yes.
Complete reading. Tell Yusuf Muhammad solve this problem. Yes, Yusuf Ahmed. Huh?
Sometimes it was stuff like a young bird that had fallen out of its nest before it could fly, or a green speckled spring frog, or a striped water snake. And once he turned out of his pocket a wadded up baby Copperhead that nearly threw Mama into a spasm.
Thanks so much, Yusuf Ahmed. Yusuf Muhammad, have you solved this problem? Yusuf Muhammad? Okay. Never mind. Can you read now?
Yes.
We never did.
What?
We never did this part, complete reading.
We never did
Figure out.
Out.
Huh? Why the snake hadn't bitten him? Okay, Yusuf. Thanks so much, Yusuf. Did I escape anyone without reading? All of you read grade 6. Muhyiddin, you didn't read? Wahi.
Yes, Mr. I didn't read.
Who else? Who else? I'll open the mic. Sorry, Mr. Ibrahim, I gave you the host.
I read.
Amr Mahmoud also.
Amr Mahmoud?
Teacher, I didn't read. I am
Omar, okay, Omar Mahmoud and Muhyiddin.
Teacher, I didn't read. I am Muhammad Hassan.
Muhammad Hassan. So I start with you tomorrow, okay? Remind me of this part, okay? Tomorrow I start with you to read as our session finish, okay? So tomorrow I start with you to complete reading for this story. You agree with me, grade 6?
Yeah, Mister.
Yes,
Have a
please.
great day, Mister.
I didn't
Bye.
read Mr.
Have a
Hamada.
great day, mister.
Okay, Mr.
Have a
Bright.